The ship trembled as it passed through the thin atmosphere of Varka 9. Inside the small exploration craft, the air smelled faintly of recycled oxygen and metal. Liam stared out of the thick window at the alien world below. The planet's surface was a mix of sharp rocks, deep red soil, and thick, strange forests that seemed to stretch endlessly. The sky was a dull orange, with clouds swirling in slow, heavy movements. Liam's heart beat fast with a mix of fear and excitement. This was his first mission outside the human colonies near Earth. He had dreamed of exploring new worlds since he was a child. Now that dream was real, but the reality was harder than he thought. Varka 9 was known to be one of the toughest planets to survive on. The temperature was extreme, the air was thin, and dangerous creatures roamed everywhere. Almost. "Ready to land," said Commander Ral, the leader of their small team. His voice was calm but firm. He had years of experience in exploring hostile planets. "Keep your eyes open and stay sharp. This place will test all of us." Liam took a deep breath and nodded. He looked around the cabin at the other team members. There was Mira, the alien scout from the planet Zora, who had been assigned to help the humans. She was tall, with bright green eyes and sharp features. Her body was built for survival, stronger and faster than any human. Mira had made it clear from the start that she thought humans were too soft for a place like Varka 9. "You humans always think you can handle anything," Mira said in a quiet voice. "You don't know what real danger is. You will not last long here." Liam felt a sharp sting at her words. He wanted to prove her wrong more than anything. The ship's engines slowed, and with a rough shake, they touched down on the red soil. Dust rose around the landing site, and Liam felt the weight of the planet's gravity push down on him as he stood up. He checked his gear carefully. Helmet, oxygen pack, protective suit, all ready. Commander Ral gave the order to open the hatch. A cold wind hit Liam's face when the door slid open. The air was thin but breathable. He stepped out slowly, feeling the rocky ground beneath his boots. The forest around them was silent except for the occasional rustle of leaves. "Stay close," Ral said. "We will set up a base camp here, gather samples and study the environment. This is just the start." Liam followed Mira as she moved ahead with quick, sure steps. She seemed at home here, like the planet belonged to her. Liam struggled to keep up. Every movement required effort. The air made him breathe harder, and the strange plants around looked like they could be dangerous. Suddenly, a loud noise broke the silence. A creature burst from the bushes nearby. It was small but fast, with sharp claws and glowing eyes. It hissed and lunged at Liam. Liam froze for a moment. The creature was closer than he expected. He raised his arm to protect himself. The creature jumped, but Mira was faster. She threw a net that caught the beast in seconds. "You see? You are too slow," Mira said, shaking her head. "You cannot survive if you do not react fast." Liam's cheeks burned. He wanted to say something, but knew she was right. The planet was unforgiving, and one mistake could be deadly. The team spent the next hours exploring the area. They collected samples of plants, rocks, and the thin air. Liam tried to keep his focus, but his muscles ached and his mind felt tired. Mira moved easily, pointing out dangers he did not notice. As the sun began to set, painting the sky in dark, red and purple, the team returned to the ship. They were all quiet, each thinking about what the day had shown them. In the small mess hall, Liam sat alone. He took off his helmet and rubbed his face. He thought about Mira's words. Was he really too soft? Could he survive in this place where strength and speed mattered most? Commander Ral came over and sat beside him. "Liam, you did well today," he said kindly. "It is not about being the strongest. It is about learning, adapting. You have time to grow." Liam nodded, but still felt unsure. Mira entered the room and looked at them. Her eyes met Liam's, cold but curious. "This planet is not for the weak," she said. "If you want to survive here, You must become something else. You must learn to fight like the beasts. Liam stood up. I will prove you wrong, he said quietly, but with firm belief. I am not soft. I will survive. Mira smiled slightly. We will see. That night, Liam lay in his bunk, staring at the small window showing the strange sky. His body ached, but his mind was full of determination. He did not want to be the weakest link. He wanted to be the one who could protect his team, the one who could face any danger and win. Varka 9 was a cruel planet, but Liam was ready to fight for his place in it. This was only the beginning. The morning sun rose slowly over the red hills of Varka 9. Liam woke up feeling the soreness in his muscles from the day before. His body was not used to this planet's gravity or the harsh conditions. Yet, his mind was sharp. He wanted to learn and grow stronger. Outside the ship, the strange forest looked calm in the early light. But Liam knew it was full of hidden dangers. He put on his suit and helmet carefully. Today, the team planned to explore deeper into the forest to gather more samples and find water sources. Mira was already waiting by the hatch, her eyes bright and alert. She glanced at Liam and nodded. Are you ready to keep up today? She asked with a slight smile that did not reach her eyes. Liam smiled back. I am ready, he said with confidence. I want to prove I can survive here. Commander Ral led the group as they moved into the thick trees. The forest was dense, and strange sounds echoed from all sides. The ground was soft with fallen leaves and moss, making every step careful. Liam felt his heartbeat rise with both fear and excitement. Mira moved quickly ahead, pointing out small tracks on the ground. These belong to the Varka wolves, she said. They hunt in packs and are very fast. Stay close and don't make noise. Liam watched her closely. She seemed to understand the forest like it was part of her. He tried to remember everything, she said, hoping to use it later. Suddenly, a low growl came from nearby. The team froze. Liam's eyes scanned the trees. A group of Varka wolves appeared, their glowing eyes watching them. The creatures were larger than wolves on Earth, with thick fur and sharp teeth. The team prepared to defend themselves. Mira moved to the front, her hands ready to fire a stun gun if needed. Liam's heart pounded hard. He felt nervous but focused. The wolves circled slowly. One stepped forward and snarled. Liam took a deep breath and remembered the training they had done on Earth. He knew fear could make someone slow or careless. He needed to stay calm. Mira whispered, "Watch their movements. They hunt by working as a team." Liam nodded. He noticed the lead wolf signaling the others with small sounds and gestures. They were smart and organized. Suddenly, one wolf lunged at Liam. He barely dodged the sharp claws. The attack was faster than he expected. Liam stumbled, but stayed. On his feet. "Liam, behind you!" Mira shouted. Liam turned and saw another wolf ready to pounce. He raised his arm and pushed it away with all his strength. The creature growled and stepped back. Liam's breathing was heavy. He realized he could not fight them with just strength. He needed a plan. He looked around and spotted a narrow path between two large trees. The path was too small for the wolves to follow easily. "Come with me," Liam said quietly to the team. "We can use that path to escape." Commander Ral nodded. The group moved quickly toward the path with the wolves close behind. As they entered the narrow trail, Liam turned to face the wolves. Using sticks and rocks, he made loud noises and waved his arms to scare them. The wolves hesitated. They growled but did not follow through the narrow space. Liam's quick thinking gave the team time to get away. Soon the wolves stopped chasing and disappeared into the forest. The team breathed a sigh of relief. Mira looked at Liam with surprise. "You surprised me," she said. "You are faster than I thought." Liam smiled but did not say much. He knew this was only one small victory. They continued deeper into the forest, But Liam stayed alert. Every sound made him jump. He learned to move quietly and watch for signs of danger. After several hours, they reached a small river. The water was clear but cold. The team filled their containers and rested for a moment. Liam sat on a rock and looked around. The forest here was quieter, but he knew that danger was never far away. Mira approached him and said, "You are learning quickly. The forest is not just about strength. It is about patience and understanding." Liam nodded. He felt a new respect for Mira. Maybe she was not just mocking him. Maybe she wanted him to be better. Suddenly, a sharp sound echoed nearby. A branch snapped under heavy steps. The team stood up quickly, ready for whatever was coming. From the trees, a large creature appeared. It was bigger than the wolves, but moved slowly. Its skin was thick and covered with spikes. It had glowing eyes and sharp claws. The team backed, away slowly. The creature seemed curious, but not immediately hostile. Liam felt his heart race. He remembered the stories about this creature called the Thornback. It was dangerous, but usually avoided fights. Mira raised her stun gun, but stopped. "Let it pass," she whispered. "If we move carefully, it will not attack." Liam watched. The Thornback moved past them, its heavy steps shaking the ground. Once it was gone, the team relaxed again. Liam realized that survival was not just about fighting. Sometimes it was about knowing when to avoid danger. As the day ended, the team returned to the ship with their samples and water. Liam felt tired, but proud. He had faced the wild and lived. That night, around the small campfire inside the ship, Liam thought about Mira's words. She had said humans were too soft, but maybe softness meant more than just physical strength. Maybe it was about the mind and heart. Mira looked at Liam and said, "You are not soft. You are different. That difference might be your greatest strength." Liam smiled. He was ready for the next challenge. Varka 9 was tough, but he was tougher. The days on Varka 9 were growing tougher. The sun rose and fell quickly, bringing new challenges with each cycle. Liam felt his body growing stronger, but his mind was still learning how to understand this strange planet. Every step into the forest was a lesson. Mira continued to lead the team. She moved like a shadow, silent and sure. Liam admired her skill, but also felt the distance between them. Mira was from a different world, one where strength and survival were part of daily life. He was still learning how to belong here. One morning, the team set out to explore a deeper part of the forest. The air was thick with mist, and the trees were taller and darker. Liam felt a chill, but he pushed forward. As they walked, Liam noticed small signs of life everywhere. Tiny footprints, broken branches, and faint sounds in the leaves. He started to understand the forest was alive in ways he had never imagined. Mira glanced at him. "You are paying attention," she said quietly. "That is good." Liam smiled. "I want to learn. I want to survive." Suddenly, the team heard a distant roar. It was louder and deeper than any sound they had heard before. The ground seemed to tremble under their feet. Commander Raoul raised his hand. "Stay alert. That sound belongs to a large predator. We must be careful." The team moved slowly, scanning the forest around them. Liam's heart pounded. The roar sent a wave of fear through him, but he did not want to show it. As they walked, Liam spotted broken branches and deep scratches on the trees. The predator had been close. Mira stopped and looked around. "We need to find shelter before it comes back." They found a small cave near a stream. Inside, it was cool and dark. Liam sat down and took a deep breath. He was tired but felt safer here. Mira sat beside him. "Tell me, Liam," she said. "What makes humans strong?" Liam thought for a moment. I think humans are strong because they never give up. They learn from mistakes and keep trying. Mira nodded slowly. That is true. But on my world, strength is also about fighting and winning. You will need both here. Liam looked at her. Can you teach me? Mira's eyes softened. I will try. Over the next days, Mira taught Liam how to move silently, how to read the signs of animals, and how to prepare simple traps. Liam practiced hard. He fell many times, but got up every time. One afternoon, while exploring alone, Liam heard a noise in the bushes. He froze and slowly turned toward the sound. A small creature was trapped under some fallen branches. It was hurt, but still breathing. Liam's heart softened. He carefully lifted the branches and helped the creature free. It looked at him with big eyes and did not run away. Liam smiled. You're safe now. He carried the creature back to the camp. Mira watched silently, but did not speak. That night, the small creature stayed near Liam. It was a strange animal with soft fur and big ears. Liam felt a connection with it, as if they understood each other. Mira approached and said quietly, You have a kind heart. That is something many forget in the wild. Liam nodded. Maybe being soft is not a weakness. Mira looked at him with respect. You are different from what I expected. Their bond grew stronger with each day. They shared stories and learned from one another. Liam taught Mira about human kindness and patience. Mira showed Liam the ways of the wild and the strength to survive. One evening, as the sun set behind the red hills, Liam and Mira sat together outside the ship. The sky was painted with orange and purple light. We will face many dangers, Mira said. But together, we might be stronger. Liam smiled. I believe that too. At that moment, a new sound echoed in the distance. It was the roar of a large beast, closer than before. The challenge was coming again. Liam stood up, ready to face whatever came. He was no longer just the soft human Mira had mocked. He was a fighter, a survivor, and a friend. The forest around them was full of danger, but Liam and Mira were ready. Together, they would face the wild heart of Varka 9. The days on Varka 9 were growing tougher. The sun rose and fell quickly, bringing new challenges with each cycle. Liam felt his body growing stronger, but his mind was still learning how to understand this strange planet. Every step into the forest was a lesson. Mira continued to lead the team. She moved like a shadow, silent and sure. Liam admired her skill, but also felt the distance between them. Mira was from a different world, one where strength and survival were part of daily life. He was still learning how to belong here. One morning, the team set out to explore a deeper part of the forest. The air was thick with mist, and the trees were taller and darker. Liam felt a chill, but he pushed forward. As they walked, Liam noticed small signs of life everywhere, tiny footprints, broken branches, and faint sounds in the leaves. He started to understand the forest was alive in ways he had never imagined. Mira glanced at him. You are paying attention, she said quietly. That is good, Liam smiled. I want to learn. I want to survive. Suddenly, the team heard a distant roar. It was louder and deeper than any sound they had heard before. The ground seemed to tremble under their feet. Commander Ral raised his hand. Stay alert. That sound belongs to a large predator. We must be careful. The team moved slowly, scanning the forest around them. Liam's heart pounded. The roar sent a wave of fear through him, but he did not want to show it. As they walked, Liam spotted broken branches and deep scratches on the trees. The predator had been close. Mira stopped and looked around. We need to find shelter before it comes back. They found a small cave near a stream. Inside it was cool and dark. Liam sat down and took a deep breath. He was tired, but felt safer here. Mira sat beside him. Tell me, Liam, she said. What makes humans strong? Liam thought for a moment. I think humans are strong because they never give up. They learn from mistakes and keep trying. Mira nodded slowly. That is true. But on my world, strength is also about fighting and winning. You will need both here. Liam looked at her. Can you teach me? Mira's eyes softened. I will try. Over the next days, Mira taught Liam how to move silently, how to read the signs of animals, and how to prepare simple traps. Liam practiced hard. He fell many times, but got up every time. One afternoon, while exploring alone, Liam heard a noise in the bushes. He froze and slowly turned toward the sound. A small creature was trapped under some fallen branches. It was hurt, but still breathing. Liam's heart softened. He carefully lifted the branches and helped the creature free. It looked at him with big eyes and did not run away. Liam smiled. You're safe now. He carried the creature back to the camp. Mira watched silently, but did not speak. That night, the small creature stayed near Liam. It was a strange animal, with soft fur and big ears. Liam felt a connection with it, as if they understood each other. Mira approached and said quietly, You have a kind heart. That is something many forget in the wild. Liam nodded. Maybe being soft is not a weakness. Mira looked at him with respect. You are different from what I expected. Their bond grew stronger with each day. They shared stories and learned from one another. Liam taught Mira about human kindness and patience. Mira showed Liam the ways of the wild and the strength to survive. One evening, as the sun set behind the red hills, Liam and Mira sat together outside the ship. The sky was painted with orange and purple light. We will face many dangers, Mira said. But together, we might be stronger. Liam smiled. I believe that too. At that moment, a new sound echoed in the distance. It was the roar of a large beast, closer than before. The challenge was coming again. Liam stood up, ready to face whatever came. He was no longer just the soft human Mira had mocked. He was a fighter, a survivor, and a friend. The forest around them was full of danger, but Liam and Mira were ready. Together they would face the wild heart of Varka 9. The team had been on Varka 9 for several weeks now. Every day brought new challenges and dangers. Liam felt his strength growing, but so did his understanding of this wild planet. The bond between him and Mira had deepened, and even Commander Ral noticed the change. One afternoon, the team set out to explore a rocky valley known for strange energy readings. The sky was heavy with clouds, and the wind carried the smell of rain. Liam felt a mix of excitement and unease. The forest and hills were beautiful, but the planet always held danger close. As they moved deeper into the valley, strange shadows flickered between the rocks. Liam stayed close to Mira, who scanned the surroundings with sharp eyes. The silence was thick, broken only by the crunch of their boots on stone. Suddenly the ground shook beneath their feet. Dust and small rocks fell from the cliffs around them. Liam stumbled and caught himself against a large boulder. What was that? He asked, his voice tense. Commander Ral raised his hand. Stay calm. Everyone stay together. From behind the rocks, a deep growl echoed through the valley. It was louder and more terrifying than anything they had heard before. The sound shook the air and sent chills down Liam's spine. Mira's eyes narrowed. That is the beast, she said quietly. The team fell silent, watching as a massive shadow moved closer. The beast was huge, much bigger than the thornback or the wolves. Its body was covered in thick armored plates, and its claws were like sharp blades. Its eyes glowed with a fierce red light, and its roar filled the valley with a terrifying power. Liam's heart pounded hard. This was the creature everyone feared. The stories on their ship called it the Stone Claw, a beast that had never been defeated by any living thing on Varka 9. Commander Raoul signaled the team to prepare. Mira readied her stun gun, and the others grabbed whatever tools they had. Liam felt a surge of fear, but also a strange calm inside. He knew this moment was a test like no other. The stone claw moved slowly, but with power. It smashed through rocks and trees, heading straight for the team. The ground shook with every step it took. Liam took a deep breath. He remembered Mira's lessons, how to move quietly, how to watch for weakness. He knew fighting this beast would be dangerous, but he refused to run. The beast roared again and charged. Liam dodged to the side, feeling the air rush past him as the stone claw's claw missed by inches. He ran toward a narrow canyon nearby. If he could lead the beast into a trap, maybe they could survive. Mira shouted, "Liam, wait!" But Liam kept running. He needed to act fast. The beast was heavy but not fast in tight spaces. Liam sprinted into the canyon, feeling the rough stone under his feet. He looked for anything he could use as a weapon or a trap. His eyes caught a sharp rock sticking out from the wall. The stone claw followed him into the canyon, its heavy breathing loud and angry. Liam moved quickly, grabbing the rock and holding it tightly. As the beast swung its claw, Liam ducked and rolled. He threw the rock toward the creature's eye. It hissed in pain but did not stop. Liam ran deeper into the canyon and found a narrow gap between two cliffs. He pressed himself against the wall, waiting for the right moment. The stone claw charged again, but this time the canyon was too tight. Its large body got stuck between the cliffs. The beast struggled and roared, unable to move freely. Liam saw his chance. He climbed onto a nearby ledge and looked down at the trapped creature. He felt a rush of adrenaline. Without hesitation, Liam jumped down and faced the stone claw. The beast lunged, but Liam was faster. Using all his strength, he grabbed one of the beast's claws and pulled hard. The creature fought back, but Liam did not let go. He used his free hand to punch the beast's face. The stone claw growled in pain. Liam's muscles burned, but he kept fighting. With a final effort, he tore the claw apart. The beast stumbled and roared in defeat. The valley fell silent. Liam stood, panting, looking at the great creature. It lay on the ground, beaten but still alive. He had done what no one thought possible. Mira and the team rushed to his side. Mira looked at Liam with new respect in her eyes. "You did it," she said simply. Commander Raoul nodded. "You have proven yourself today." Liam smiled, feeling proud but also tired. He knew this victory was only the beginning. As the sun set over the valley, Liam and the team prepared to return to their ship. The wild planet had tested them all, but today humanity had shown its strength. Liam looked at Mira. "I told you I was not soft," he said quietly. Mira smiled. "You are stronger than I imagined. This planet has a new warrior." Together, they walked back under the orange sky. The future was uncertain, but Liam knew he was ready to face whatever came next. The victory over the stone claw brought new hope to the team. Liam felt stronger and more confident than ever. But the wild planet Varka 9 was full of surprises, and the battle was only the beginning. After the fight, the team returned to the ship to rest and repair their equipment. Liam spent hours cleaning his suit and treating the small cuts and bruises from the encounter. Mira watched him quietly, her eyes reflecting a mix of pride and curiosity. "Tomorrow, we must explore the northern cliffs," Commander Raoul said during their meeting. "There are signs of ancient ruins that could hold valuable knowledge, but the journey will be dangerous." Liam listened carefully. Ancient ruins meant new discoveries, but also unknown threats. He was ready to face whatever came next. The next morning, the team prepared to leave early. The sky was clear and a cool wind blew through the camp. Liam felt a strange excitement mixed with nervousness. This mission would test not only their strength, but their trust in each other. As they traveled toward the northern cliffs, the landscape changed. The red soil gave way to rocky slopes covered with strange, glowing plants. The air felt thinner, and every breath was a challenge. Mira moved ahead, scanning the area with sharp eyes. Liam stayed close behind, learning from her every step. Suddenly, the ground beneath them trembled. A deep rumble echoed through the cliffs. The team stopped and looked around, alert for danger. From a nearby ridge, a group of large creatures appeared. They were unlike anything Liam had seen before, tall, covered in thick fur with long claws and sharp teeth. Their eyes glowed softly in the dim light. Mira stepped forward. "These are the cliff stalkers," she said quietly. "Territorial and aggressive. We must be careful." The creatures growled and moved closer, blocking the path. Commander Ral raised his hand. "Do not attack unless necessary. Let us try to pass peacefully." Liam watched as Mira approached one of the creatures slowly. She moved with respect, showing no fear. To Liam, it looked like she was speaking a silent language only they understood. The largest cliff stalker stepped forward and sniffed the air. Mira held out her hand calmly. The creature hesitated, then lowered its head slightly. Liam was amazed. He never thought it was possible to calm such a dangerous animal without fighting. But then, from the shadows, another group of cliff stalkers appeared. They were bigger and more aggressive, growling loudly and baring their teeth. Mira's calm expression changed. "They do not want us here," she said. "We must decide quickly." Commander Ral nodded. "Prepare to defend yourselves." The team formed a circle, ready for battle. Liam's heart raced, but he remembered his training. He focused on breathing and staying calm. Suddenly, one of the aggressive cliff stalkers charged toward Liam. He raised his arm and dodged the swipe of its claws. The ground shook as the creature landed beside him. Liam took a step back, looking for a way out. He saw a narrow path leading to a cave and pointed it out to the others. "This way!" he shouted. The team moved quickly, retreating into the cave. The cliff stalkers stopped at the entrance, growling but not following. Inside the cave, the air was cool and damp. Liam's chest heaved as he tried to catch his breath. Mira looked at Liam and smiled. "You did well," she said. "You kept your head when it mattered." Liam smiled back. "Thanks to you." The team rested for a moment, then moved deeper into the cave. The walls were covered with strange symbols and drawings. Liam felt a thrill. These were the ancient ruins Commander Ral had mentioned. As they explored, they found a small chamber with a glowing crystal in the center. The crystal pulsed with a soft light, filling the room with warmth. Mira approached the crystal and touched it gently. "This energy could help us survive here," she said. "We must study it carefully." Liam watched her, amazed by her knowledge and connection to this world. Suddenly, the cave trembled again. Dust and small rocks fell from the ceiling. "We must leave," Commander Ral said urgently. As the team moved to exit, the entrance collapsed behind them, blocking the way out. Trapped in the cave, the team faced a new challenge. Liam felt fear, rising but knew he had to stay strong. "Stay calm," Mira said. "There is another way." She led them through a narrow tunnel that twisted deep into the rock. Liam followed closely, feeling the cold stone walls around him. After what felt like hours, the tunnel opened into a hidden valley filled with strange plants and soft light. The team had found a secret place, safe for now. Liam looked at Mira. "You were right," he said. "There is more to this planet than danger. There is hope." Mira smiled. "And we will find it together." As the sun set behind the cliffs, the team set up camp in the hidden valley. Liam felt tired but hopeful. He had faced the wild, earned the respect of strange creatures, and discovered secrets of an ancient world. Varka 9 was still a dangerous place, but Liam was no longer soft. He was ready to survive and thrive. The hidden valley was unlike anything the team had seen before on Varka 9. Strange plants glowed softly under a twilight sky, and the air was fresh and calm. For the first time since arriving, Liam felt a deep sense of peace. The team set up their camp carefully among the glowing flowers and tall grasses. Commander Raoul studied the area with interest, while Mira moved quietly, touching the plants and listening to the sounds of the valley. Liam watched her closely. Mira seemed at home here. He wondered if this place held answers about the planet and about their future. That night, around the campfire, the team discussed their next steps. "We must understand the energy of this place," Mira said. "It feels alive and powerful. It could help us survive or even thrive." Commander Raoul nodded. "But we must be careful. This planet has many secrets, and some may be dangerous." Liam looked around at the faces of his team. They had faced beasts, storms, and fear. Now, they stood at the edge of discovery. The next day, Liam joined Mira to explore the valley. She showed him plants with glowing leaves and stones that hummed with energy. Liam touched one of the stones, feeling a warm pulse beneath his fingers. "It is like the planet is breathing," Mira said softly. "This energy is the heart of Varka 9. As they walked deeper, they found strange ruins covered in the same, glowing symbols from the cave. The walls told stories of a lost civilization, people who had lived in harmony with the planet's energy. Liam felt a thrill. Maybe the answers they sought were here. Suddenly, a sound broke the quiet. A soft singing filled the air. Liam and Mira looked at each other, then followed the sound to a small pool of water. There, floating above the water, was a creature unlike any they had seen before. It was graceful and light, with wings that shimmered like glass. Its eyes were kind and bright. Liam felt no fear. The creature seemed to welcome them. Mira whispered, "This is a Luma. They are the guardians of the valley. They protect the energy and the secrets." The Luma circled above them, then landed gently on a nearby rock. It looked at Liam and Mira as if it understood their purpose. Liam reached out slowly. The Luma touched his hand with a soft glow. In that moment, Liam felt a wave of knowledge flow through him. Images of the planet's past, its beauty, and its dangers filled his mind. He saw how the ancient people had used the energy to live with the wild, not against it. They respected every creature and every plant. Liam understood that survival on Varka 9 was not just about strength or fighting. It was about balance and respect. Mira smiled. "You have been chosen to learn, Liam. The planet trusts you." Liam felt proud and humble at the same time. He knew this was a turning point. As the days passed, the team studied the valley and its energy. They learned how to use the glowing stones to heal wounds and create light. They built shelters that blended with the plants and worked with the valley's rhythms. Liam and Mira grew closer as partners. They shared hopes and fears, learning from each other's strengths. One evening, while Liam sat by the water, the Luma returned. It hovered before him and showed a vision of the future, a great storm approaching the valley, threatening to destroy the fragile peace. Liam stood up, heart pounding. He knew the challenge was not over. He ran back to camp and told the team. Commander Raoul listened carefully, then ordered preparations. "We must protect the valley," he said. "This place is our hope." The team worked quickly to build barriers and secure their shelters. Liam helped organize the defenses using the lessons from the Luma to guide him. As the storm grew closer, the valley began to tremble. Wind howled through the grasses and dark clouds covered the sky. Liam and Mira stood together watching the horizon. The planet was testing them once again. The storm arrived with a roar, shaking the ground and tearing through the trees. Lightning flashed and rain fell in heavy sheets. The team huddled in their shelters, trusting the energy of the valley to keep them safe. Liam felt the power around him, the life of Varka 9 itself. He knew that to survive, they had to be more than fighters. They had to be part of this world. The storm lasted through the night. When morning came, the valley was quiet and still. The glowing plants shone brighter than before, as if celebrating the calm after the storm. The team emerged from their shelters. The valley was alive, strong, and ready. Liam looked at Mira and smiled. They had faced the wild together and learned its true power. Varka 9 was no longer a place of fear. It was a home. After the great storm passed, the valley seemed to glow with new life. The plants shimmered brighter, and the air felt filled with hope. Liam stood beside Mira, watching the sunrise over the hills. They had both changed so much since arriving on Varka 9. The team had worked hard to build a small settlement near the valley. Their shelters were strong but gentle on the land. They learned to live with the planet, not against it. Every day brought new lessons, new challenges, and new discoveries. Liam felt proud of how far they had come. The soft human who once doubted himself was now a strong leader, respected by all. Mira, once cold and distant, had opened her heart and become a true friend. One morning, Liam joined Commander Ral at the communications center. The ship's system was still weak, but they had made contact with orbiting satellites. "We are sending a message to the homeworld," Ral said. "They will know we are alive and that Varka 9 is habitable." Liam nodded. "It feels like we have found a new home." Ral smiled. "Yes, but remember, survival is only the first step. Building a future here is the real challenge." That day, the team gathered to explore beyond the valley. They wanted to map the surrounding areas and find resources for their new life. As they walked through a forest of tall silver trees, Liam noticed the small creature he had saved weeks ago following close behind. It had become a loyal companion, always near him. Mira laughed softly. "You have a friend now." Liam smiled. "It feels good to have someone trust me." The forest was peaceful, but Liam stayed alert. He had learned that danger could appear any time, but so could beauty and friendship. Suddenly, the ground shook again. This time, it was not a beast or a storm, but something different, a deep rumble from beneath the earth. The team stopped, looking around nervously. The rumble grew louder and cracks appeared in the ground. Mira shouted, "Everyone move back!" The earth split open, revealing a hidden underground cavern. The team watched in awe as a warm light shone from below. Liam stepped closer, feeling the energy from the valley pulsing stronger than ever. "Do you think this is another secret of Varka 9? He asked Mira. She nodded. This planet still has many stories to tell. The team decided to explore the cavern carefully. Using lights and tools, they descended into the glowing depths. Inside, the walls were covered with ancient symbols and paintings. The air was warm and full of life. Liam felt connected to the planet in a new way. It was as if the heart of Varka 9 was speaking to him. In the center of the cavern was a pool of crystal-clear water. When Liam touched it, memories flashed through. His mind, images of the ancient people, their wisdom, and their respect for the land. He understood now that the planet had chosen them, not just to survive, but to carry its story forward. Back on the surface, the team looked up at the sky, feeling small but hopeful. Mira said, "We are part of this world now. Together we will protect it and learn from it." Liam smiled. "We are not just survivors. We are a new beginning." As the sun set, the team gathered around the fire. Liam looked at each face, strong, hopeful, ready. Varka 9 was no longer a wild challenge, but a home. A place where humans could live in harmony with the unknown. Liam stood tall, knowing that softness and strength were not enemies, but partners. He was ready for the future. Together, they faced the wild no longer as strangers but as family. The story of Varka 9 had just begun.